Hello and welcome to another episode here at Big Man in the Woods. My name is Mark, your online scout leader, helping you become a better scout leader. Now in this one, we're talking about scouting traditions. There are hundreds. Speak to a scout leader. They'll tell you something that's been passed on from their scout leader, from Skip, from Arcala. And we do it to this day, but we don't know where it started. Do you know what I'm talking about? So I love scouting traditions. I hear them a lot. And it's really cool, and it's kind of a warm feeling to listen to these traditions that are handed down from leader to leader to leader, but we don't know where they started from and the meaning behind them. But it's a kind of, when you think about it, it keeps us in the past with scouting and the reasons why we do certain things. But sometimes those traditions have changed the concept of what it was originally designed for. A bit like Chinese whispers. Have you ever played that game when someone starts off with a word and it gets passed down the line, 5, 6 people, and the end word isn't nothing to do with how it originally started. And that's a bit like scouting traditions. And if we kind of think about why do we do certain things, it's more or less like a habit. We do it because we've always done it that way. But we don't know why we do it that way. We were just told to do it that way. And it's like a story I remember. I was told about a cook who, when she makes a roast dinner, cuts off the two ends of the joint of beef. And why does she do it? Because her mum told her to do it. And why was the mum told to cut off the two ends of the beef? Because her mother told her. Then they asked the great-grandmother, why do you cut those two ends of the beef off? Is it to make it more succulent and juicy? And she said, no, it's because it doesn't fit in my oven. So I just carried on doing it that way. But the person, her daughter saw her doing it and assumed there was a reason. And that got passed on and on and on. And that's kind of a scouting traditions. We do things because we don't know why we do it. We just do it because it's maybe fun. And one of my personal traditions, scouting, is in this box here. And it's here. The Campfire Ashes. Why do I collect these ashes? So these are Campfire Ashes, and it goes back for years and years and years. And rumour has it, in that box of ashes are the first ever campfire ashes that Baden-Powell did back on Brownsea Island. Is it true? Do these contain actual ashes from there? Who knows, but it's a tradition I like to keep doing when I go to a campfire. I take a sprinkle of those ashes and add it into the campfire that I do now to bring the joy back from that campfire. That's a tradition that I do. Something else that I do, which isn't a tradition, it's more of a habit, is I only have 25 scouts in my group. Why do I only have 25? Where has that number come from? Because we've always had 25 scouts. Maybe we should look at the maximum or reducing that number. And that's like a bizarre scouting habit. What scouting habits do you do? And if we look at different scout groups, they do the Grand Howl differently. They do flag breaks differently. Everyone does it slightly different because that's how their scout leader showed them how to do flag break. And Arcala showed them how to do Grand Howl in this way. We do scouting in different ways, but we have these weird and wacky traditions. And that's one thing I really love about scouts. We do things in different ways, but at the end of the day, we have the same love about scouting. So what I want you to do is comment below what random scouting traditions do you have in your group, or even what random habits do you do? Do you always only go camping in autumn at the same campsite because you've always done it that way? Or I know scout groups that on a Friday night, they always have chili at camp because one, it's easier to do, X, Y, Z. But is it? Or is that a habit? Or are you like me? You have a box of Campfire Ashes. That's a scouting tradition, isn't it? And another tradition I always do, I just remember, just popped into my head, is the last song at campfire is always Kumbaya, my lord. When we raise our torches up and made a cathedral of light, and we all sing that. That's always the last song at campfire. It's just a nice way. So yeah, guys, comment below. I'd love to know those scouting traditions and habits that you do. Until next time, guys, watch this playlist here. It's all about scouting advice for newbies. Till next time, guys, take care and happy camping. Bye-bye.